Let me start with something that might be a little uncomfortable. If you started a book, got excited, and then it quietly stopped, it's probably not because you can't write, and it's definitely not because you're lazy. Most people never finish their book for one reason, and it has nothing to do with motivation, discipline, or tool. It's decision avoidance. Here's the truth that most people don't want to hear.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lord. You can't triple.
Most unfinished books weren't abandoned. They were never clearly aimed. And when a book isn't aimed, every sentence feels heavy. Every chapter feels wrong, and eventually you just stop showing up. In this video, I want to show you why books actually stall, and more importantly, how to fix the problem before you start writing another word. Most people think that writing is the hard part. They think, I just need more motivation, I just need more time, I need a better outline. Maybe I just need to find the right tool. None of that is a real problem. You see, because if motivation was a real issue, you wouldn't have started to begin with. If tools were the problem, new software would solve it. And if time were the issue, weekends probably work. But that's not what happens. What actually happens is you write for a bit, then you start feeling fuzzy. You're not sure if the chapter is right, you're not sure if the story belongs, you're not even sure who's this even for anymore. So you do the most reasonable thing. You stop writing and you start thinking. You outline more, you rework chapter 1, you rename files, and you start watching more videos like this one. Crazy thing is that this all feels productive, but here's the uncomfortable part. Planning feels safe because it doesn't commit you. Clarity feels scary because once you're clear, the book might fail. Avoiding clarity is not lack of discipline, it's a fear of actually choosing. Here's what I've seen over and over and over again with first-time authors. They don't get stuck because they don't know what to say, they get stuck because they haven't decided who they're talking to, what problem they're actually solving, and what should change for the reader by the end. And with those decisions, every page feels optional. And with optional pages, they don't get written. And this is why people blame motivation, because motivation is easier to chase than clarity.
The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
Clarity creates responsibility. Once you're clear, you can't hide behind, I'm still trying to figure it out. Now you actually have to write for someone. That's where most books die. Quietly, without anybody noticing. If there's one thing I want you to understand from this video, it's this. Books don't stall because of writing problems, they stall because of reader problems. So let's go ahead and simplify this. There are 3 decisions that you need to make before you start writing seriously. 1. Who is this book for, specifically? Not demographics, not anyone who wants to improve their life. I'm talking about someone in a specific situation, dealing with a specific frustration, stuck in a repeatable pattern. If you can't describe the reader in one swift sentence, the book will drift. 2. What problem are they trying to escape? Not the surface problem, not the felt problem, but confusion, stuckness, overwhelm, the sense that something isn't working anymore. Because books don't move people with information, they move people by relieving pressure. 3. What changes after they're done finished reading the book? This is where everything sharpens. Ask yourself these 3 things. What will they see differently? What will they do differently? What won't feel as heavy anymore? If you can't describe the before and after clearly, the book is always going to feel heavy to write.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Here's a line I want you to remember. If you can't describe the reader's before and after, the book will resist you. Now let's kill one more thing that keeps people stuck. Perfection. Most first-time authors think that their book needs to be their life's work, their legacy, or their final word. It doesn't. Your book is not a monument, it's a bridge. Its job is not to say everything. Its job is to say enough, clearly. Here's the truth. A useful book that gets finished beats any perfect book that's stuck in your head. Momentum matters more than mastery. Direction matters more than depth at first. You don't earn clarity by writing. You earn it through writing once the direction is locked. This is why I'm building the Author's Blueprint Show. Not to help people write faster, not to build up productivity, but to help people finish the right book. The book that serves the reader, the book that actually gets completed, and the book that does what it's supposed to do. In future episodes, I'll break down structure, messaging, and how to go from idea to published step by step. But none of that matters until this decision is made. Finish the right book, not just any book. That's the foundation that everything else builds on. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's a lot more to come.